You hear that? That's football coming back to Louisiana. The Louisiana Rougarou are storming the arena with speed, power, and non-stop action, hard hits, fast scores, and an electric night out for the whole family. It all starts February 28th. 7 home games, 1 house, the Brookshire Grocery Arena. Tickets range from $24 to $34. Football isn't over. It's just moved inside. Scan the QR code to secure your tickets or visit LouisianaRougarou.com.
Hi, my name is Sam Shady, and I'm a content creator for Shady. Hi, my name is Sam Shady, and I'm a content creator for Shady Sports Network. I'm here to tell you about our newest sponsor, Goat Fuel. Anyone who has spent any time watching our content knows I drink energy drinks like crazy. So naturally, I've been searching for a healthy alternative that can give me the taste I crave without the negative side effects, which is why I'm here to talk about Goat Fuel, our newest partner. Goat Fuel is an energy drink designed for athletes by athletes. Co-founded by Hall of Fame wide receiver Jerry Rice, partnering with Goat Fuel was a natural fit for us at Shady Sports. With all natural ingredients, you can get the boost you need without the extras you don't. More importantly, it tastes great. With that in mind, check out the links in the description below and click on our affiliate link for Goat Fuel. Making your purchase helps support Shady Sports Network and in turn helps us continue providing great content on a weekly basis. Thank you for your support, and once again, shout out to our sponsor, Goat Fuel.
The mountains you climb, Maybe stairs. The records you set. Maybe personal. The fans you inspire. Maybe family. No lights, no camera, just action. You don't have to be a pro. You just need HoneyStinger.
I'm just being myself, cool as can be. When I'm being myself, you wish you were me. It's so easy. Get out your own way. It's just so easy.
How are you?
Bring them things, I bring them things. I call the plug, bring them things. I bring them things.
That's money. That's cash up.
My name is Anton Popov, and this is my 6th year of college football. Training during the hottest times of the day is a recipe for muscle cramps, which is why electrolytes are so important. Hydration is crucial for my performance. DRGNSalt eliminates muscle cramps and boosts your overall energy level. Whether it's a weight room or field session, I fuel up with DRGNSalt beforehand. It's been a game changer for me, and it'll be a game changer for you.
Hey, check out this guy's giant head. It's like a big apple on a little stick.
Sit close, but not too close. With StubHub, choose the right seat for you.
You hear that? That's football coming back to Louisiana. The Louisiana Rougarou are storming the arena with speed, power, and non-stop action, hard hits, fast scores, and an electric night out for the whole family. It all starts February 28th. 7 home games, 1 house, the Brookshire Grocery Arena. Tickets range from $24 to $34. Football isn't over. It's just moved inside. Scan the QR code to secure your tickets or visit LouisianaRougarou.com. You hear that? That's football coming back to Louisiana. The Louisiana Rougarou are storming the arena with speed, power, and non-stop action, hard hits, fast scores, and an electric night out for the whole family. It all starts February 28th. 7 home games, 1 house, the Brookshire Grocery Arena. Tickets range from $24 to $34. Football isn't over. It's just moved inside. Scan the QR code to secure your tickets or visit LouisianaRougarou.com.
The mountains you climb? Maybe stairs. The records you set? Maybe personal. The fans you inspire? Maybe family. No lights, no camera, just action. You don't have to be a pro. You just need HoneyStinger.
Yo, what's good? Cedric, the bus driver here. I don't know about you guys, but I know what I will be doing every Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Thursday nights too. I'll be over at Shady Sports Network, so catch up with me. Holla at your boy.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube
You've got some
and
quotes
other
up your sleeve.
podcasts.
Look, there's some additional contract extras. Can't go into those. Yeah, they're ready.
All right.
Well, that leaves us to say good luck. Hopefully we'll be seeing you later, standing on the top step of the podium with your team celebrating.
Fingers crossed. Thank you very much, guys.
Good luck.
Keep watching. Now let's go to Creedy, who's going to tell us what really does lie ahead. The gauntlet, the 19 turns here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit.
Right, I deployed Dan Tickton to go get some friends, and he's found the drivers, which is great. Dan, you raced on this track for the last 2 days. It's pretty tricky. Let's take a look at what these guys have been up to. So this was, first of all, Izzy down at turn 1. Didn't quite get the first apex.
No, it's first lap, first corner. That was bold.
Yeah.
I think bold is good to an extent. And then we have
teasing it, just a bit of foreplay with the throttle, and then
beautiful
braking
line.
again. Oh,
I feel
my
like you're cheating because these lines don't exist in real life. Can we turn those off? I feel like you've cheated the game.
I didn't listen. Someone else set it up, so
Let's give him one lap with the lines, all right?
thank you, Nikki. I'm glad you're here.
So what are you
Braking,
on
bit
right
of
now?
bit of drifting,
32 you've hit a wall.
but we're still going. That's what matters. That is what matters. And again, braking.
Beauty.
Lovely. Jack, have you had a go on this yet?
Yeah.
That
Really
doesn't
good.
sound convincing.
I mean, it's not like it's quick. We're going to come back and we'll let you know what the lap time is. We're only 53 seconds in. I mean, you are on sector 2, though. All right. Okay, all right. Should we make it to sector 3?
Yeah, we'll make it to sector 3. I don't even know what that means, but we'll do it.
All right, okay, fine.
We'll make it
we
to
are,
sector
we are
3,
going
right?
to try and report back on the last 20 seconds of this lap. He's going through the chicane at the moment. Can he make it through safely? Yes, he can. He's hit the apex beautifully there.
That was beautiful on the apex. I was literally going to say that before you said that as well. Beautiful apex.
And now he's just following the lines.
Following the
around
lines,
and around
gonna say
in
that
a
and all,
circle,
yeah.
in one direction.
So the apex...
Come on, we're down the start-finish
down the
straight. Come on.
finish.
What are we going to get? What are we
Speed
going to
up,
get? Cross the
speed up.
line. Oh, it's a
Whee.
1 minute 31.27. Lots of improvements
You're on
to
the
Kai.
leader.
Sorry,
You're
better
15th.
better not next time. Tom, back to you.
Big up. He's on the leaderboard.
Thank you very much indeed, Nikki. Yeah, funnily enough, that 1:31 was actually quicker than the fastest time we've seen so far in the quarterfinals. Amelia Harford, who is going to be out against Burnt Chip in a couple of moments' time. Well, I say a couple of moments, minute and a half or so until we see those two drivers out on track. Now, Amelia was actually very competent earlier on. It's her second time appearing in the Formula E Evo sessions. And she was driving for Maserati 12 months ago in Miami. Here this weekend, she's, of course, with the Porsche team. Burnt Chip is going to be out with the Jaguar outfit. Jaguar winners here this weekend in the Jeddah, I was going to say Moonlight, but that's probably not the correct way of putting it. Actually, for that matter, Porsche were on Friday as well. So two winning teams from this Jeddah Corniche circuit about to go out on the track. Be interested to see how this one works out as Amelia lines up at the exit of pit lane. 300 kilowatts, of course, and all-wheel drive as she blasts away onto the circuit for her one and only flying lap in this session. So how it works in Formula E in the duels format, you get one out lap, you get one flying lap, and that is your lot. You can see we had the qualifying session earlier on, and Chip was 7 seconds or so faster than Amelia Harford, so quite a pace difference between them. However, we have seen drivers struggling to get the pace and performance out of the car over the course of that one flying lap. In the qualifying session, they had 15 minutes to do it. Here, very different set of circumstances.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that, actually, given Amelia's experience. So I'm going to go with she just did enough to make it through, and she's going to be the biggest improver in this head-to-head.
Let's see what goes on then for Amelia Harford as she exits away onto the circuit. Green light about to come on at the end of pit lane at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, and she blasts out onto the track then. So the American driver, as you said, known for making automotive car content, doing track and drag strip testing and vehicle engineering and modification projects. See how she's going to fare in this one. As you say, a second appearance in the Evo sessions. A lot of experience in terms of driving street legal cars very quickly, but you can see she'll need the perfect sector 2 according to Google Gemini. Her best time was 3 seconds behind Burnt Chip, and that's in terms of the sector time, obviously, because it was about 7 seconds over the course of the lap. So she's out in what was Nico Muller's car with the number 51 on the side of it, and Muller's still here this weekend as Amelia comes down in towards the bus stop chicane, which is where we've seen so many drivers being caught out here this weekend. Very easy to run on.
Okay, very important to keep it nice and cool and composed, stay calm.
Steady is the name of the game here for these drivers. It always goes back to that old adage of smooth is fast and fast is smooth.
Yeah, I think that's just calming words. There's no question when we've had a couple of incidents that can destabilize some of the drivers, but she has experience.
And reminder for brake warm-up button in straight line heading into turn 13.
So brake warm-up button, that's a mode in the car to obviously maximise as much temperature in the brakes as you possibly can. Down into turn 13 is the longest straight on this racetrack.
Yeah, looking like a good out lap, good build lap. And we'll get a much better idea once she launches into the first sequence of corners, just where her head's at.
Yep, coming down the start finish straight, then accelerating up in towards turn 1, find the braking point, find the apex, and nice and smooth through turn 1 and 2.
Well, apex is at both of those corners, so looking sweet so far.
Yep, down in towards turn 4. Can see drivers here taking a bit of a late apex, slightly early there for Amelia, but she gets it all rotated quite nicely, using all of the available road at her disposal. Turns 5 and 6 has caught a few of them out. She takes a bit of a lift going into there. Of course, the tyre's not really up to the optimum working range at this point, so it's a case of driving towards your ability, and again, you can hear her sort of lifting off the throttle, coming down towards the bus stop. We've seen a few drivers getting it wrong, but not for Amelia. Nice and smooth through there. She makes it through quite easily.
Yeah, and leaving plenty of margin on the exit of those corners to that unforgiving concrete wall.
Yeah, down in towards turn 13. This is where we saw Izzy Hammond ending up in the barrier a few minutes ago. You can see we've split the screen here, so we've got a couple of onboard angles to bring you. Down in towards this corner, bit of rear locking into there as she uses the brakes, gets the car rotated quite nicely, and blasted out of turn 13 in towards the penultimate chicane on this lap.
I think this is looking a very solid lap. I'm not sure how much quicker it is than her qualifying lap, but to me it looks like several seconds.
Well, 25.1, just to put that into context, that's the first sector time that she set. The drivers in Formula E this weekend were setting 21.3, so it's not actually a million miles away in that sector. And a nod of the head there for the Quick Stars team principal, Vic Starr, as he see Amelia Hartford coming to the timeline. It's a 1:32, 1:48. That's quicker than we saw Bazinga do in the quarterfinals. That's a nice, steady, good benchmark time for Hartford to set. The question is, though, is Chip going to be able to beat it in a couple of minutes when he goes out in the Jaguar? Brownie there on the left-hand side of your picture. Dan Ticktum in the middle. And there is Amelia Hartford making her way back around on this slow-down lap then. That was a nice, steady lap time. Good for her to get some track experience in this machine, and she pulled a good time out of the bag as a result of it.
Yep, solid.
Perfect, 3 seconds off. Cool down and pit.
Confirm, cool down and pits.
And again, DC, nice and concise feedback in the cool-down lap as well.
Yeah, she's got her mind in all things automotive, and that was a good response to that front right locking. She launched it into the long 13.
Yeah, well, I thought it was the rear that locked her first, because you saw it sort of snatching away, but it was the front right, exactly as you say. So maybe next time move the brake bias a little bit towards the back. And in terms of driving a Formula E car, it's not the sort of car you can go out and smash the brake pedal, because in a traditional Formula car, you're putting a lot of pressure on it. Here in Formula E, you've got a lot of energy recovery. You're regenning a lot through the front and the rear differentials. You can see the brake disc there glowing red as a result of it, but that also means that you can't apply the same levels of brake pressure, which is why you get lockups like that. So Amelia making her way then back into the pit lane.
There's a lot for them to take in, isn't there, in such a short space of time? And you know, simulation technology is incredibly good nowadays, but there's nothing quite like being out on track.
No, absolutely not. As exactly as you say, as we see Nico Muller, the traditional driver of that number 51 Porsche, in the box. And we look over to the Jaguars then as Chip exits on to the racetrack then. See what he is going to be able to do in response to that. In terms of the time that we saw earlier on for Chip in that Jaguar, he did not look too bad at all. He was third quickest overall in the qualifying session with a 1:28.425. That was about half a second or so away from Bazinga's quickest time, his teammate. What's the chat saying, Jack? Anything exciting?
What have we got here? The chat is moving very fast.
So let's nicely build up.
So people are asking, how much do these cars set you back?
If you're going to, what, if you're going to go and buy one from...
Can you just buy one, or is it quite an exclusive thing?
I wouldn't say you'd probably be popping down the main dealer anytime soon to put an order in for one.
Are we talking M's?
Oh, yeah.
Multiple M's?
Well, that's a good question. Definitely M's. Multiple M's remain to be seen. I suppose it depends on the level of sophistication you want to go for. But yeah, put it this way, it's not pocket change.
Yeah, I think there's an operational budget cap for the season. Which we need to ask an adult to give us exactly that information. But
team radio.
Remember what we talked about exiting the chicane.
So round of applause there for Amelia.
And we asked for an adult, and we've got one. Jeff's back.
Jeff, if you're going to go and buy a Formula E car, what would you be looking at spending?
Well, obviously you can't buy one, and the research and development cost that goes into it would be millions and millions and millions, but you'd be looking in excess of $1 million. But you're right, the teams have a cap every year for 2 cars of around 15 million euros, something like that. But for the teams, this event sits outside of that racing cap, so any of the costs incurred through the race this weekend at Evo Sessions gets picked up outside of the cap.
Here we go, boys and girls.
Ever the showman is Chip then. Let's have a look at the first sector time. It was a 25-1 for Amelia Hartford a couple of moments ago in that Porsche. Down into turns 5 and 6. Good level of commitment there for the Jaguar driver. It's a 26 flat, so it's a little bit away from Amelia Hartford's time through that first sector, but he's carrying a good amount of speed and commitment as we come in towards the bus stop chicane. This is where drivers can get it wrong, but again, Chip getting it hooked up very nicely through there, leaving a bit of margin on the exit of the first part of it, through the second part of it, and blasting on to this back straight, using all the curb on the exit and running down in towards turn 13. Is he going to have gained a bit of time back in the second sector? He is. He's about 0.4 of a second quicker than Hartford's second sector time. So the deficit now sits at about half a second overall, with 1 more sector and just a handful of corners remaining.
Yeah, this is a great little shootout, actually. He started a little bit cautious, found his form in the middle part, and, well, tricky few chicanes to end out the lap.
Yep, they were talking to him on team radio about how to tackle these chicanes, but it looks like he's gotten it sewn up and very nicely sorted. Through the final one we go now for Burnt Chip. Is this going to be a time that takes him to the top of the pile in quarter-final 3 and deposes Amelia Hartford in the quick stars? Chip comes to the line. It's a 1:31.764. It is faster than Amelia Hartford by just over 3.5 of a second, and Hartford will go no further than quarter-final 3 as the Jaguar, the Senor Frogs team, and Burnt Chip go through into semi-final 2.
Well, it doesn't get much closer than that.
No, it really doesn't. Very, very tight margins indeed. Less than half a second separating those two drivers. And as you say, steady start to the lap there. It's about 0.8 of a second down on Hartford's first sector time, but really pulled it back in sector 2 and sector 3.
Left it to the last minute.
No, that's, well, you can hear from his
What did he?
you hear from his team manager there just how excited he is by that. It feels now we're getting back into a bit of momentum in this competition.
Is there anything you're impressed by watching these creators?
Just the very fact that they are, especially the last 2 runners, you know, Chip and Amelia,
they did quite well, did they?
They're doing the lines, they're doing everything you would expect.
Cool down lap, wow. Mega end of the lap. You were almost 1 second off at the start of the lap, and you crawled it back during the lap. Nice job. Very well done.
Round of applause that we're hearing there. Round of applause that we're hearing there, not too dissimilar from what we get normally in the duels when the regular drivers are out on the racetrack. Let's go down and catch up then with Amelia Hartford, who sadly was eliminated from quarter-final 3 and will take no further part in the qualifying sessions here tonight for the Evo sessions. She is in the pit lane talking to Bella.
How did it feel? So you just heard all of them cheering for Chip when he crossed the line.
I honestly thought I had him. I took 3 seconds off my lap time. He was one of the faster drivers, ran slower than what he did earlier. And in the last section where these 2 really tight chicanes are, he made up a second of time. And I just don't have the muscle strength in that area. But
so annoying. So you think it was that, like because it was his last section, you said, that was like so strong.
At least in that section, he was a second behind, went through that section, and that's where he gained the time. So it was so close.
It's okay. You won last year, so you've got that. It's like, let's give him a turn. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'll win every year I can get, but you're right. You know, we should be kind and give others a chance.
Exactly. He'll take it. Yeah. You know, you've already got enough going on. You're so skilled, so it's fine.
Thank you. Oh, that was
well
so
done.
Close. Thank you.
Yeah, well done to Amelia Hartford, and well done to Duker as well. He gets a nice memento to take home after crashing out in the qualifying session this afternoon. Gets to sign the rear wing end plate. Anyway, quarter-final 4, 2 Senor Frogs drivers going up against each other. Arthur TV And Will NE, you can see a bit of a difference in terms of their lap times, about 7 seconds or so separating them in the qualifying session this afternoon. Will NE actually had a properly impressive save in the quali sessions. He had a big moment coming out of turn 2 and nearly crashed into the wall. Kept it out of it though, and went on to set, as we see, that 1:28.621. Don't think we're going to be troubling that lap time here, but we'll see how close he's able to get. Either way, it's Arthur TV in the Envision who is out first of all. Now, I went down, one moment. So just bringing everything up slowly there for Arthur TV. And just making sure everything is up to the right operating window. But I went down actually and spoke to the team principal of Envision, which is the outfit that is running ATV at the moment. And I have to say, he said this is nothing compared to a championship in terms of the nerves that he was feeling. This was far more nerve-wracking for him. He found it stressful, I think is the politest way of putting it. When that car came back in one piece, he was relieved.
Yeah, well, you can understand. The car is the beautiful projectile to take you to success in competitions, and when it gets sent out in the hands of another, then you even had it actually when you used to, you know, share your car and race car and testing. You know, I'd maybe do a morning session and my teammate would do the afternoon session, or vice versa. Then you're very conscious of the fact that you know you want them to give you back something which enables you to exploit performance and not give you back a bag of bits.
Yep, steady start to the lap then for Arthur TV as he comes to the end of this first sector. Jack, I have to say, there's a lot of love for him on the chat at the moment.
A lot of love. I'm also seeing a lot of love for Will NE. Will NE looking Leng. Do you know what Leng means?
No.
Not a clue.
Do you know what Peng means?
No.
Oh, I'm aware of Peng. Yeah,
so Peng is similar to Leng. I actually don't know the difference. I think they're the same thing.
One starts with an L, one starts with a P.
One starts, yeah. But basically it means very handsome. Very,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so
is that in the Oxford English Dictionary?
It might be.
I genuinely think it might be.
Okay, I need to go back to school.
I won't ask the year that you graduated, DC.
Oh, well, I got chucked out in '89.
Oh, I wasn't even a twinkle at that point, just to really put some meat on the bones there. Arthur TV, meanwhile, making his way through this second sector in towards turn 13. It's been a steady lap time for him here so far, but again, smoothness is the name of the game, and he's doing a good job. 50-50 split, we reckon, between Arthur and Will NE supporters. So let's see what it's like in terms of the final lap time. Arthur was a 1:35.516 in the afternoon's qualifying session. He's going to be a bit slower than that here in the dual stages. But again, it's a case of just keeping it on the island, keeping it nice and smooth and calm. And let's see whether it will reward him with a position in the semi-finals as he goes up against his Senior Frogs teammate. Over the timeline we're about to come then for Arthur TV in the Envision, a 1:49.099. So certainly not the quickest in times that we've seen so far.
That's pretty slow, isn't it? 1:49.
Oh, that's brutal.
No,
but
well, it's honest, isn't it?
It is honest.
What is the slowest so far?
That.
Or is he?
Well, he stopped, didn't he?
Yeah, he's having a bit of a problem
bit of a
here. Yeah, coming at the start of that slowdown lap. We'll wait and see what happens. But either way, for Cal Freezy, the team principal of Senior Frogs, both drivers are going to make, at least a Senior Frogs driver is going to make it into the semis. But will it be Arthur TV or will it be Will NE? Either way, Arthur now making his way back on the slowdown lap.
We have just had an update from chat. Peng is in the dictionary, apparently.
Well, there we go.
So you learn something new every day. Apparently, Leng isn't.
Leng isn't, but Peng is.
That's just sort of slang. It's like, yeah, it's the slang of Peng.
You need to go to your thesaurus to get your Lengs, but not your Pengs.
That's it.
This is quite the education.
It is indeed, and a wee isn't in the dictionary. Well, wee as in small, but not wee as
in in terms of the Scottish slang word, no.
So how many chances do they get to go around? Is it 3?
If you progress forwards in each stage of it, but yeah, you get 1 out lap, you get 1 flying lap and 1 in lap, but yeah, 1 sort of timed lap, as it were.
Right.
And it's all coming towards that grand final.
And I hear a lot of talk about an apex. What does that mean?
That is the point at which you're aiming for at the middle of the corner. So how would I describe it? Are you a skier? Do you ever?
I do. I'm partial to a ski. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you know when you decide to make a turn, and let's imagine there's a pole.
There's a pole.
Then you're trying to just apex at the pole.
So you want to be near the pole.
Exactly.
So you want to apex the wall, is what?
Yeah. Ideally, that's the shortest way around the racetrack. Sometimes the curb would be too aggressive, so it would destabilize the car.
Yeah,
but,
that's what I was going to say.
You know, if you were running down the school corridor
to
try and get to the chip shop quicker than your friends, then you would be
the chip shop in the school corridor. Your metaphors don't make sense to me. I'm not going to lie.
No, the problem is they're about 30 years out of date.
I've never seen a chip shop in a school corridor. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, then the rest of my story's pointless. So,
is it a better Mars bar at lunchtime where you went to high school or something?
And that's also a racing line, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
So you want a racing line through the apex, is what I'm hearing, right? Okay,
yeah. So what you'll see, look at this here for Willeney. So he's going from the outside of the corner to the inside. Brilliant. That point there where he clips the curb, that's the apex there.
Lovely.
So it's basically what you're trying to do is make the corner as short as possible. That's the aim of it. So Willeney out on track here in the Mahindra for the Senior Frogs team. He was quicker than Arthur TV in the qualifying session this afternoon by about 7 seconds or so. You can see 7.7 million followers for him. 29 years of age, qualified 4th. Really good lap time he set in that session. You'll know him as part of the Quadrant team, co-owner of that since January 2024, and also runs an iced coffee brand, which we could probably do with here in the commentary box because it is absolutely baking. It's warmer inside than it is outside, believe it or not.
Also, if you're watching and you have any questions, I have got the chat up here, so put your questions in.
I've got a question for DC.
All right, Mum, if you're watching this, I promise no daft. No daft.
No, I assume that must be an inside joke.
I think he's just got a weird accent.
Right.
No daft, I'm assuming
I think
don't make a fool of yourself.
It's a Newcastle thing, is it? A Geordie sort of slang. Anyway.
Translational services as well as qualifying commentary.
Hey, we're happy to be inclusive in the commentary box. There is Arthur TV on the right-hand side, just getting his way out of the car.
Wow, that's quite a setup for a launch out onto the start-finish straight.
Certainly is. Let's see what Willeney can do. Team radio. Nope, not team radio. Across the line we go, though, for the Mahindra driver for Senior Frogs. Comes down the start-finish straight in towards turn 1 on the brakes. Does he make the apex? A little bit deep, but okay.
Mate, can you confirm, is it left or right here?
That doesn't sound like a good question to ask. Have they been round this track already?
Yes, in qualifying earlier on today.
Right.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's just cocking about, isn't he?
Someone said, for you, DC, who do you think's going to win?
I think Bez.
You think Bez?
Yeah.
And why is that?
I think he's just a bit quicker.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah. See Willeney taking it a bit easier. He was 3.7 seconds faster than Arthur TV in that first sector alone. So that is a healthy margin that the Newcastle-based driver has got. Out of the chicane we go, and down the back straight in towards the hairpin of turn 13 in that Mahindra. This car's been quick so far this weekend at the hands of Eduardo Mortara, especially with 2 pole positions back-to-back for the Swiss driver. Willeney now piloting it as he comes out of that hairpin. Leaves a little bit of margin on the exit of the corner, but nonetheless, again, pulling out more of a buffer over Arthur TV, now up to nearly 10 seconds he's picked up in sector number 2. This is looking very good indeed for him to move forward into semi-final 2 and go up against Chip.
I don't want to sound silly, but what is a sector?
So the lap is divided into 3 individual parts. You've got sector 1, sector 2 and sector 3. Basically just helps us keep track of the lap as we talk through. Willeney goes over the line, a 1:36.170. That's a good lap time there for the Senior Frogs driver, and he will go through into semi-final 2 against Burnt Chip later on.
Yep, tidy lap, and just to reassure you, there's no such thing as a silly question.
Oh, okay.
Just a useless answer.
Well, to be fair, I do look silly because a lot of people are saying they do have chip shops in their corridors. Now, I don't know whether they're making fun of me, but apparently that's a thing.
It depends how big your school is or how big your mansion is. How big is your mansion?
I don't have a mansion.
No?
I wish I did.
Well,
kitchen sometimes is too far away, so you need to put some sort of
chip shop.
Well, are you saying in DC Towers you've got corridors lined with battered sausages or something?
Deep-fried Mars bars.
So 1 point from each of the quarterfinals, and, well, Senior Frogs have absolutely dominated that one. They've got 4 points, a clean sweep so far here in the Evo sessions. Nothing so far for Quick Stars, but, well, that could be all set to change a bit later on. But, well, the upshot is, of course, we do have the wooden spoon race coming up later on, which gives an equal number of points as it would do in the final. So it's 1 point for each of the winners in the quarterfinals, it's 3 points in the semi-finals, and it's 5 points in the final, as well as that wooden spoon race.
Nothing daft, keep it simple.
Well done, mate, well done. Okay, box.
Yeah, nothing daft, keep it simple then for Will Ennie. And a good lap time there for him. Relative to what we saw from Chip, there was about 4 seconds or so, 3.5 seconds, let's call it, the gap between him, those two drivers in the quarterfinals. Let's see what that looks like in the semi-finals. Now, interestingly, for semi-final 1, it should have been Bazinga up against Izzy Hammond. That's, of course, because Yuka was not able to set a lap time in that session as he wrote the car off in qualifying earlier on this afternoon. However, Bazinga will not have Izzy Hammond to go head-to-head with in that session because she ended up in the wall. Now, we're waiting to get confirmation as to whether we will see Bazinga going out in the semi-finals, whether he'll just forfeit it and go to the finals, because he's automatically now qualified, having no competitor at that stage. So whatever happens here for Bazinga, he'll get those 3 points, which is really, really important there for the Senior Frogs team. But I wonder whether they might do their double points play. We've got a few minutes to go until we get these semi-finals underway. We'll wait and see how it's all going to work out and try and divulge it for you. Some team radio coming in.
But that lollipops gets further away every time, I swear.
Well, and he's saying the lollipop gets further away. Yeah, I can imagine it does. It's quite warm out there. He just wants to jump out the car and get cool as soon as he can. Well, Bazinga, of course, as we know, he'll automatically be in the finals. Will we see him out in the semis? Let's go down to Nikki and see if we can make head and tail of it.
Well, things are shaping up to be pretty awesome when it comes to the semi-final, particularly for Bazinga, because he effectively has no competitor. Can we just grab a quick word? Because obviously, you don't have to go up against anyone in your semi-finals. So the question is, are you going to race? Do you have to put a lap in, and how are you going to go if you do?
I'm going to make sure the car still works. I'm going to get even more familiar with it. So, yeah. That's the bonus, is I get to put another lap in and it's all just feedback to the brain, isn't it? So.
Well, that's the thing, because, you know, you've been out in the car, quite intense moment, and then you're just chilling here. So it's quite good to get a bit of extra practice in before the final.
Lovely setup. Get to come and watch the other people go out on their laps. It's amazing.
Are you sitting here, though, thinking about the final?
I am a little bit, yeah. I am a bit. I think come in pole earlier, and then it'd be nice to just wrap it all up and win it.
Well, there's been a few people watching that have got their money on you.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Lovely stuff. All right, we'll catch up with you afterwards. Guys, by the way, do tell us where you are watching from. We want to hear from you. We know we've had shout-outs from Ireland, from Brazil, from England, from Spain. Massive hello, but we want to hear more. Where are you from? Let us know. Let's go back to Tom.
Thank you, Nikki. Yep, good to hear from so many people in the chat. Good bin, bad bin seems to be a phrase that is popular. I hate to sound like a boomer here, but what on earth is that all about?
I'm going to be so honest, I don't know what these people are yapping on about. I don't know what that means.
Right.
That is one thing. I thought I was down with the thing.
You need
down with the, you know, the kids.
You need a lingo.
I thought I knew the lingo, but I don't know what that means.
Any ideas, DC?
Absolutely not, Scooby.
I'm glad we cleared that up then.
Yeah.
Insight and analysis.
You know, I'm 1971. So, yeah, I can tell you about the transition from black and white television to colour.
Oh, you lived through that, did you?
I did, yeah.
Oh, goodness me.
Takes all sorts, doesn't it? Let's have a look at Arthur TV's lap as we look at some highlights then from the qualifying session here so far. Through that long left-hander of turn 13. This is the final chicane that he was making his way through. It's a steady lap time there for ATV. And we'll see whether he's able to extract a bit more performance and potential out of that car. So we'll see him out next time.
We've got a lot of people saying where they're watching from, and it is quite a range. We've got Netherlands, India, Scotland, Malaysia, Denmark, South Africa, America, Ireland, Canada.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, international, isn't it?
It is.
I didn't realise.
Certainly is. Well, looking here at Will Ennie on his flying lap, which saw him progress into the semi-finals. He'll be going up against his teammate Chip in a few minutes' time in semi-final 2. So the upshot is we are going to get an all Senior Frogs final by the looks of things. Anyway, let's go down to Nikki then, who is in the Evo Lounge, and see who she's managed to find and what we can find out ahead of the semi-finals getting underway here tonight.
Well, I've managed to find my mate Kai, who has got some pretty, well, it's quite unique insight because you've actually raced against Will before.
I have
want to
raced against
know,
Will.
what is Will like when it comes to head-to-head battles?
He's a dark horse. You can't really expect too much. He doesn't really talk too much. And then he just turns up on track and he absolutely smokes you. And I never, ever expected it. I was actually a little bit disheartened and heartbroken when that happened because I thought it was boys. And then after that, he just flew away with it.
What was the situation that you were competing in?
It was around oval track with some cars that were missing doors and windows. So take that with however you will. And then I was P2, he was P1, and he flew off. And
so
that was all she wrote.
Can he beat Chip? Chip is currently the fastest overall driver.
I think he can beat Chip.
He was quick in the practice quali session. He's quick now.
I think he can beat Chip. There's no doubt about it. Chip has been very, very strong. But Will and he's got something there. He's holding back. I know he is, for sure.
Well, let's find out, shall we? Tom, over to you.
Yeah, cheers, Nikki. So semi-final 2 about to get underway in a couple of minutes' time. So Bazinga opting to not run in the first of the semi-finals. I guess that makes sense, really. I mean, it's an unnecessary risk to go and run that car out for another lap. If it ends up in the barrier, there's no chance of winning it. So let's have a look and see how we've gotten here then. So this is the route to the final. Quarterfinals, we saw Bazinga getting the better of Carby Lame. Then Izzy Hammond, of course, crashed out with Duca also not being able to go out in the session after he crashed out in qualifying this afternoon. Chip got the better of Quick Stars Media Hartford, and Willany got the better of his teammate Arthur TV. The upshot is, for the semi-finals, it should have been Bazinga, but he now automatically moves into the final. So it's the two Senior Frogs teammates of Willany and Chip in the semi-finals, and we know that they're going to play their double points on Chip in the semi-finals. So what has to happen now, you might think is a foregone conclusion that they'll be scoring from 3 points up to 6 points. However, that's not so, because Chip still has to win the semi-finals. And just to make things a little bit more confusing, I know you might be thinking that Quick Stars are out of contention. They're not, because they've got the wooden spoon race coming up, and they've got 2 drivers going up in this. They could play their double points. They could score a maximum of 10 in that one.
No, it's not confusing at all.
No, easy.
Thank you for clearing that up.
I'm glad I clarified.
I've just seen a comment from the main man, Calfreezy himself.
Team radio, 1 second.
Yeah, I want you to repeat the lap you just did, saying margins, same level of push. So you were comfortable right there.
They've got a strategy.
They have.
So Calfreezy has left a comment. Who should I put my double points on, Chip or Will? So let us know.
Yeah, we reckon it's going to go the way of Chip, but we reckon that's the double points from what we've heard. But we'll wait and see how that works out. Google Gemini says Willany's best lap time today, only 2/10 off of Chip's, with improvements to be made in that first sector.
And that's a great bit of intel, but of course Chip will be looking to improve on what he's previously done. And assuming they both had a little bit of a margin, then they'll know where they can play with that.
Absolutely. There are the 2 regular Mahindra drivers of Nick de Vries and Eduardo Mortara.
What we couldn't see is all of the fingers were crossed.
And the toes.
Oh, this is a good question. Are all the Formula E cars the same, or are they unique like F1 cars?
So all the chassis are the same. Gen 3 Evo cars, every car is identical in terms of the sort of physical look of them. You'll notice they all have exactly the same wings. You can't change anything in terms of they're all what they call homologate. They're all set in stone, basically. However, they've got different powertrains. So Mahindra has a powertrain run by Mahindra. Jaguar has a Jaguar powertrain. Porsche has a Porsche powertrain. But also, those factory teams can then supply a customer team. So Jaguar supplies Envision, for example. So they've got a Jaguar powertrain in the back of that one. So yes, they're the same in terms of the physical appearance, but underneath, they're all very different. And if you think about other Formula Championships, like Formula 1, for example, the way you modify those cars is what they would call hardware. So your rear wings, your front wings, all of the aerodynamic modifications you can make on. In Formula E, it's software. So they're going about, they're coding things to try and get these cars to be more efficient, to get more traction, all of those sorts of things. That's the parameters of what we can change.
Interesting.
Interesting first sector as well from Willany, 25-1. There's a consistency to that. I think he was very similar to what he did earlier. Probably wants to try and see if he can eke out a little bit more performance. Tidy though.
A lot of people are asking, does this mean that Senior Frogs have a guaranteed win today?
Nothing's guaranteed in life or in Evo sessions.
You're full of great quotes.
He's a visionary, is DC. Certainly is. Right, Will N.E. out of the final corner. Oh, he's having a problem, though, with drive. Is he going to make it to the line? What's happened here for Will N.E.? Is it a technical problem that's thwarting his challenge? And could this be the moment that will deny him a chance of going into the finals? He comes to the line, and he's lost about 7 or 8 seconds on the start-finish straight, and he's just crawling to the checkered flag.
What just happened?
Well, it looked like a power cut of some description. So it looks like he just...
Power cut?
Yeah, it looks like he put his foot down and just got no drive. So the power was cut from...
Team Radio.
Let's have a listen.
Go get him! Go get him! Keep pushing, keep pushing. Finish line ahead.
Oh, what a shame there for Will N.E. 1:44.376. The effort doesn't really get rewarded, unfortunately, for him, because that was a nice, tidy lap time up until that point.
Yeah, well, I think that means that Chip goes through if he just keeps it sensible.
Yeah, we'll wait and see how it works out, but we can see for the Mahindra team. And
so that's it. He doesn't get another retry, even though...
Nope, that's it.
One and done.
Oh,
that's how it works.
Brutal, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Power cut.
You should see what it's like on a real race weekend.
Oh, man.
Let's have a listen then. We'll get a replay of what happened. So we'll be quiet here for a second and see if we can hear what went on. So we're coming through to the final corner, and it's out of the final turn where we think he may have had a problem getting the power down. Through the right, then the left. Yeah, and just no drive at all there, seemingly. Just cut out on him. Team Radio.
Big final ahead, boys. Enjoy it. Go get him. Go get him. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Finish line ahead. It's but don't worry.
Will N.E. then, unfortunately, his lap time thwarted at the end of that session. Delighted to be able to welcome Karun Chandok to the commentary box. Karun, how are you?
Hi, Tom. I'm good. He wasn't thwarted. He did that on purpose. What are you talking about?
You think so?
100%.
You think that was team tactics?
Yeah, you hear him. He said, go on, boys, enjoy the final. He absolutely did that on purpose, so he doesn't go, ahead of Chip into the final.
So this is gamesmanship then. So basically what's happened here is the Senior Frog teammates are in semi-final 2.
Yeah.
And Chip, they basically said, right, we're going to play our double points card. We're going to put it on Chip. So he's slowed down deliberately so that they can get those double points and guarantee it.
Exactly.
That is smart.
So,
that is smart.
But it means he's not, he's sacrificed personal glory, and he hasn't told any of these guys, because look at the Edo Mortara and Nick de Vries faces. They have no idea
They had no idea what's going on. We didn't have any idea in the commentary box.
Oh, man. Unbelievable.
I know. He gave away the points then. He gave it away so that they guaranteed that Chip would go through.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't imagine the other Mahindra drivers have ever played games like that.
I know. I tell you what, these guys knew what was going on. Dan knew right away. Master tactician Dan Tickton. He knows what's going on.
He's loving all this, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, Dan Tickton, saw him around. Yeah, look, Mortara's just like, hang on a minute, what's going on there? Why have you slowed down? They don't know what had happened.
Top tactics there. But now Chip just needs to do a nice safe lap, doesn't he? He needs to just do a nice safe lap. Hopefully somebody's told him that Will has only done a 1:44, so he doesn't need to try too hard, and he should be able to get through. What are you reading your text? What's going on?
I'm reading the comments currently. There's kind of a split idea of what's going on. And some people disagree. Some people think that wasn't...
Right, think of the lap ahead. Visualize things while driving at 80% to get temps.
I would have said, look at the track instead of visualizing, really.
But this could go the other way. What if Chip does terribly now?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? It's not guaranteed.
This is a risky game.
It is. Let's see what happens then for Chip as he comes across the timing line down towards the first corner. Just to give you an idea of a reference point, 1:31.764 in that quarter-final that we saw a few moments' time. You can hear the tyres chirruping there, so he's certainly exploring the limits of grip.
Yeah, and actually we want him to practice, because this is what he needs to put in his mind in order to prepare for the final, right? So he needs to do a good lap here, get a good reference in his mind. It's not actually just about beating Will, it's actually getting in his own head, a sense of what he needs to do. But because look, Actually, it would have been a really close final. Look, there's only one tenth in it between them.
Yeah, that's a Sector 1. Let's see what it looks like for the rest of the lap. So Chip makes his way through Sector 2 then. And you see, being a little bit cautious through the second part of the bus stop chicane, blasting it out on towards the back straight, in towards turn 13. 28.7 in Sector 2, 27.4. So Chip has picked up quite a sizable advantage. 1.2 seconds near enough between himself and the Mahindra driver of Will Ennie a couple of moments ago. But it's the final sector where we saw Will Ennie slowing down through the penultimate chicane.
We've got a question here. Is the car in full power, or is it slower than when the real Formula E driver drives?
So they're running in 300 kilowatts of power, but they're also running in all-wheel drive. Not actually a mode that we usually see in Formula E.
The answer is it is the same mode as they have in the races.
Right.
Out of the final corner we go for Chip, across the line then, aims for the checkered flag. What's the score on the door going to be? A 1:29.662. That is a phenomenal lap time from Chip in the Jaguar. Senor Frogs guaranteeing themselves that spot in the final. And let's see who will be claiming top honours between Bazinga and Chip in the winner's circle. That's the quickest lap time we've seen so far here tonight, Karun. That was very impressive.
Yeah, that was really impressive there. 1:29 is a strong lap. So Bazinga is in the same team as Chip, isn't it? So either way, Senor Frogs are going to win the final.
Yeah,
because they're in the same team.
So that's guaranteed now, is it?
Well, you say that. However, they've got. Bear in mind, we've got the wooden spoon race coming up, which has got the same number of points as the final, and they can play their double points in it. So you've got the two quick stars going up against one another in a couple of minutes in this wooden spoon race.
Yeah.
You can score 5 points, but if they play their double up and they play it to the right driver, that's 10 points.
Yeah.
Bring them right back into play.
But my question was, either way in the final, it will be one of the Senor Frogs that win, right?
Yes,
So they're both in.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
they will definitely. One of the drivers will win. Will the team win overall? Because there are two different prizes on offer. That's the point.
So who is in the wooden spoon race? Do we know that yet?
Yes, Tom.
Yes, we do. We do indeed. It is the two quick star drivers, and I will tell you them now. It is Brownie and Max Klemenko who are going head to head. Just to give you an idea of the difference in lap time, Brownie in qualifying was a 1:48.728. Max Klemenko, 2 minutes, 5 seconds. 0.191.
Yeah, I bet Max has found his ladder. He's just going to elevate himself for the final.
Well, he's got a very tall ladder to climb, hasn't he? Speaking of that, let's have a look and remind us how we got here in the Evo sessions then, and to the final. Bazinga versus Chip then. It's an all Senor Frogs final that will be coming along the way a little bit later on. DS Penske's versus the Jaguar TCS racing car. In terms of the lap times that we saw from both of those drivers, Bazinga in the quarterfinals was a 1:33.752. Chip, as we just saw, a 1:29.662. So if that's anything to go by, then you would imagine that the momentum would be with Chip. However, this is Formula E, this is the Evo sessions, unpredictability reigns.
Well done. Went through. I had to do a lap that he wouldn't beat anyway, just to be safe. Well done. Yeah, after the last chicane, you were 7 tenths ahead. Very good. Solid lap. That was looking very strong. So yeah, well done. That's, thank you guys. Again, 80% pace for the in-lap. We want to keep some temperature. We'll need it for the final.
Yeah, great job. Let's go down then as we get ready to get the wooden spoon race and then the finals underway here in Jeddah, and catch up with Nikki.
Lovely stuff. Thank you, Tom. We're also joined by Dan Tickton. Dan, what is your thoughts? Will, is there some dodgy behaviour going on there?
That's on purpose. It's all tactics, part of the plan. I think they put the double points on Chip, so it makes sense.
It does.
It does make sense.
OK, all right, fair enough. So now we are going to see Chip in the final against Bazinga. Well, how do you think that's going to play out?
It's very selfless behaviour from Will, actually, by the way.
Would you have done that?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't know. I think it's going to be quite close, you know. I think Chip looks like he's chipping away. I actually didn't do that on purpose. That just happened. But yeah, I think it'll be close, but I think he might have it. But we'll see.
And overall, you know, how would you rate the drivers today? You've been keeping a close eye on them.
There's been some pretty impressive displays and some not so impressive displays, resulting in me having my not car that I had this for earlier on in the weekend.
So we've got 5 weeks till Madrid. It'll be absolutely
indeed.
fine.
And then, but at least I'm very glad to see that Izzy's okay. I hear she's fine. She's obviously going off the checks. That was a nasty accident. I'd like to see the data what happened, but just very glad she's okay.
Yeah, lovely stuff. Do you want to walk away today, though, with the wooden spoon? That is the question.
It's best loser, isn't it? But, I mean,
Better than spinning out.
But yeah, I guess so.
You're a racing
You could
driver.
argue.
You're a racing driver. You don't want to be losing.
No, we don't want to be racing for that. That was me in the first 3 years of Formula E, so I've done that.
But who have you been most impressed with?
I mean, I'm going to still back my man Hooker, to be honest. Like, other than the last corner of the last lap, he's a good driver. Like, you look at the data, the techniques, the braking shapes, you know, steering traces, everything in the data. It all looks good, you know. And he just carried a bit too much speed, braked a bit late, locked the rears. In a racing driver in that scenario, you'd have bought. But like, it's a very...
What does that mean, lock the rear?
Yeah, so he's gone in a bit late, braked a bit hard, and then you can see on the dash, but the rear tyres have like locked slightly. So then you lose grip, and then you end up, the rear of the car starts to come round. In that moment, like, as a driver, subconsciously, you'd have bought it. But like, you know, that sort of happens naturally, whereas for people who haven't raced these kind of cars, it doesn't happen so naturally. So
Isn't that drifted?
Yeah, but... Yeah, kind of.
Are you allowed to drift in Formula?
Yeah, I drift them quite a lot. I think there's a compilation of about 2 weeks ago of me drifting around Miami. So yeah, I do like sending them sideways a bit. Yeah.
Fair. But it's slower though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's slower, but it looks good.
But your style points.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's what ultimately Dan is all about, the style points.
I see.
You should see him when he's not in his team
Oh, come
kit.
on, it's terrible.
Where's the Gucci bag? Usually not far from where Dan is. Just quickly talk through, I mean, we've seen you sort of sitting with Bazinga actually quite a lot of today. Have you been, you know, I know he's on a different team, but have you had some kind of words of encouragement, any advice to give them?
They've all been asking for a bit of advice. I have to
What
say
advice do you give them? I mean, there's so much to take on board. It's not like you can just turn into a racing driver.
3 bullet points kind of thing, really. But I have to say, they've all been like very respectful of the cars, the championship, the environment and everything. And it's nice to see. It's nice to meet some of these people. Also for me, you know, I'm a nobody compared to them. So yeah, it's been cool.
But you've got a YouTube channel coming.
I do have a YouTube channel, but you know,
You've gone viral a lot of times.
Yeah, for the wrong reasons.
But still reasons.
Yeah.
Nevertheless.
Indeed.
Any viral moment is a good viral moment.
Yes.
Right, which does let's remind us, if you haven't subscribed to the Formula E YouTube channel already, then what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Do it right now, and then go on to Dan's and do that too. Right, it's now time for the wooden spoon head-to-head. Right, should we go to Tom and find out what is cooking?
Yeah, cheers, Nicky. Looking forward to this one then. So, Senior Frogs versus Quickstars is what we've had tonight. As you can see so far, it's been a clean sweep for the Senior Frogs. However, Quickstars can get some good points on the board here. So they've still got to play their double points card, which they haven't done so far. And it's 5 points for the winner in this wooden spoon race. They play the right driver, they back the right horse. That 5 points goes up to 10 points. They have been level pegging with the Senior Frogs ahead of that final. So it's Brownie versus Max Klemenko. You can see quite a gulf in terms of their lap times. 1:48.728 for Brownie in qualifying this afternoon. Max Klemenko a 2:05.191. So there is the Andretti driver of Brownie.
Yeah, and let's see how he gets on. I'm just reading some of the comments. Tampel from York says he's a big Max Klemenko fan. Hopes that he can do it in the wooden spoon race.
Well, he's a very popular man, is Max Klemenko. I have to say, I love the concept that he has with the career ladder as well. 1 second.
He's gonna go first than you, and then of course I'm gonna you about his lap time. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Let's try to avoid that wooden spoon with a still intact car.
Yeah, fine. That's the way to go, mate. And above everything, let's have some fun again.
And let's have some fun again.
Yeah, good conversation there between Brownie and his race engineer on the radio. Brownie, of course, known for making fitness and entertainment content, the Dutchman, and we'll see how he gets on. As we say, quite a quick lap time he set in the qualifying sessions relative to his nearest opponent. But there is Max Klemenko behind the pink helmets in that Citroen, the Ukrainian driver. As I was saying, I do really like the career ladder concept of content. It's such a simple thing. I have to wonder, though, does he bring a ladder with him everywhere he goes?
Oh, I know the answer.
Do you?
Yes, because one of our cameramen, Miles Massey, asked me this question yesterday.
Yeah.
And I went and asked Max. I said, we have a really important question. And he said, no. He said he sources the ladder wherever he is. So this is a Saudi ladder he's got here this weekend.
Sustainable ladder sourcing?
Yep.
What does one do with the ladder when he's done?
Well, presumably he's borrowed it.
Right, okay.
He rents the ladders.
Just gone down to the local B&Q.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, where do you think the wooden spoon's going to go? Look at it tick-tocking there.
I mean, if you look at the qualifying this afternoon, you'd be hard to bet against Brownie. That's good to see. Izzy Hammond now back in the paddock. She's left the medical centre and she's down talking to the team in the paddock area here in Jeddah. That's really good to see. After that was 25 Gs, that impact, we understand.
Wow. That is really good to see. And hopefully we'll hear from her soon as well, because that was a big whack. I was standing actually with the man in the back of the shot here, Jake Dennis, former world champion, and we both were sort of thinking about it, saying that's one of the bigger shunts we've seen in Formula E for a little while. So very, very glad to see her get out.
So do we know yet who's been given the double points?
Not yet.
We don't know that
Not
yet.
at this point. I'm hoping we're going to find out before this one. They've got to back the horse at some point, haven't they? Let's have a look here. So this is Da Costa showing the lap for Chip and just sort of giving him some coaching prior to him going out in the semi-finals a few minutes ago. So just talking him through that onboard and saying, right, you can get a bit of time here, brake a bit earlier, turn in a bit earlier here.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's great. He's taking him for the final, isn't he?
This is after the semis, I beg your pardon, isn't it? Yeah.
So he's looking at his semi-final lap, which honestly at 1:29 is very, very good.
That's not far off some of the laps we saw in the race yesterday from the drivers. I know we were quite a fair way off at that particular point, but still, considering that these are drivers that some of them have never stepped foot in a single-seater car prior to this weekend. Very impressive.
What lap time do you think you'll do?
Well, on the simulator yesterday, I got 4 minutes 30, but I ended up in a car for one lap. Yeah,
okay.
I ended up in a car park.
You did?
Okay. So I took a wrong turn and I ended up in a car park.
Did you do donuts in said car park? Or
well, I didn't realise there was a reverse function. So I tried getting out of the car park without a reverse, which didn't work very well. And I will say it's very, very easy to spin out in these cars. You don't want to keep your foot on the pedal.
Well, we've seen that today.
We've seen that, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a great driver's eye view, isn't it? We've got a camera inside the helmet, and we get a good insight into a little bit of the coaching that's happening there. Let's see what happens when we get to the final. But before that, we've got the wooden spoon race, of course.
Yeah, certainly do. There is... I see Signor Frogs.
So that's just got 3 points.
Got up to 13 points there, hasn't it, from 10 a few moments ago. We'll figure that one out. So, that's because the double up was used on the Will and Chip semi-final. So that's why the points tally has changed then, and it's gone up from 10 to 13. So as we say, quick starts, they can get some points on the board. The overall win in terms of the teams is out of the question, and indeed for the drivers for that matter. We knew that quite a while ago, but nonetheless, it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
So this Citroen car here that obviously gets raced by Nick Cassidy, who won the race in Mexico just a few weeks ago. So a top car, and we should see how Max Klemenko gets on.
Yep, will he be able to climb the ladder, or will we see Brownie striking Max Klemenko out from this qualifying session? Wait and see how it works out. Of course, the driver's going out on a one-by-one basis. Traditionally in Formula E, as I mentioned earlier on, they would normally go out both together at the same time on the circuit, but in the interest of safety here, we've got them going out separately.
Who's your money on, Tom?
Well, I think Max had a steady time in qualifying, so let's see what the outlap looks like. I've got to be honest, I think Brownie just has that bit more pace and confidence in his back pocket.
How much training have these guys done beforehand?
Quite a bit. They've been on the sim, for at least a day. So each team has got a simulator at their respective base, and obviously for Andretti they've got a base in the UK, so they'd have had Brownie over there. For Citroen they'd have had Max Klemenko at their base in France. Gone round, shown him it, jumped on the sim. And I spoke to Izzy Hammond earlier on. She said these cars are harder to drive in a simulator than they are in real life because you don't have the same level of feel.
Hey, there's your excuse. That's why you did 4 minutes 30.
That's it. It was the simulator.
That's it. If you were in the real world, you'd be flying.
And not in the local Sainsbury's car park.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's Nick Cassidy, usual driver of the Citroen racing outfit. We'll see how his man is going to get on. Max Klemenko as he has a leisurely run around turn 4 then, just to try and get some heat into the tyres and the brakes at this point. He said after qualifying that he felt he was going so fast out there on the racetrack, and came back in and realised his lap time was over 2 minutes. So, yeah, there was a little bit of margin left on the table. You can see Brownie there just exiting out of the Andretti garage to head down the run of pit lane. I have to say, it's quite a long time he's going to be sat there at the end of pit lane, and it is not cold here in Saudi. 25 degrees air temperature there and thereabouts, but about 70% humidity as well. So it's actually quite unpleasant to be sat there in the cockpit of these race cars. You've got all of your Nomex underwear on, you've got your race suit on as well, and of course you've now got no ventilation because you're sat basically in an oven cooking.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like wearing, you know, ski clothing and sitting in a sauna, and it's quite tight in there.
Yeah,
it's quite tight.
I can see, you know, for taller drivers, if they get in it, it might feel a bit claustrophobic, but I don't think Max is particularly tall, is he? So I'm sure he'd be fine. Right, here he is, turn 13.
You can see the remnants of the Izzy Hammond crash through there. There is the Wooden Spoon Award, which will be given to either the Ukrainian Max Klemenko or the Dutchman of Brownie through that chicane.
Do you use wooden spoons when you're cooking?
I try not to.
You know, Tom's an excellent baker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he shows up at a lot of races with all sorts of cookies and all sorts. Izzy Hammond's just walked in to the Evo Lounge here and got a huge round of applause.
Yeah, that's really nice to see.
That's lovely to see.
We'll try and catch up with her whilst we watch Max Klemenko warming himself up for this final attempt at there we go. A result.
He's made it to the start line.
Yeah, there is Bella James just grabbing her a glass of water as we see Max Klemenko out of the final corner and across the timing line down towards turn 1 then for the Citroen racing driver as part of Team Quick Stars here in Jeddah. This is the apex in turn 1. Gathers it all up for turn 2, however.
So is this a warm-up lap?
No, this is his actual lap.
This is real flying lap. Okay. And is this a good lap? Is this? Or is this
steady?
It is steady. Okay.
Yes,
it's a somewhat cautious lap, is what I would say.
Lap, so
I would say there's some margin left on the table, as it were. He's leaving a bit of time there. Coming through sector 1 into the left and then the right-hander here for Max Klemenko. It's a good opportunity to get a proper detailed view of this circuit here in Jeddah and just how blind it is through this part of the lap.
Well, this is where it gets tricky because the track turns left and the chicane comes up very, very quickly. It's almost blind on the way in, and he's got into that chicane. Any comments on his driving, Jack?
Yeah, I was going to say about the chicane. Very nice chicane.
No, I meant like from the people, not you.
The real comments. Yeah, okay, I'll do them. They make more sense. Yeah. So what have we got here? People are saying this is an out lap 2. Is this an out lap?
No, this is a flying lap. One and
this
only
is a real
flying
lap.
Yeah, one and only flying lap. Max is, as we say, taking it at a steady pace, but, you know, his time earlier on was over the 2-minute barrier, 2:05.191 in qualifying this afternoon. If he can better that time, I think he'll be happy enough with that.
If he can get under 2 minutes, that'll be good progress, won't it?
And, exactly. And look, I know that there are going to be some people watching at home saying, how on earth can you be driving these cars so slowly? But when you just don't have the experience of piloting a single-seater, and some of these drivers, like Max, have never set foot in a race car. I spoke to one of the drivers. He said, my only experience of driving a car prior to this is my Citroen C1 at home, which has got about 80 horsepower and is completely different to this, other than the fact it's called a Citroen. So through the final corner we see here for Max Klemenko, I don't think it's going to be a time that will upset what he set earlier on. He comes to take the checker flag, or is it, as a matter of fact? He does improve, a 2:01.384. That is about 4.7 seconds quicker than he set in qualifying this afternoon, and that was after a 15-minute session. So for Max, I think he can be pretty happy with the rate of progression there. Give it till about October, and he might be on the pace of the rest of the drivers. But nonetheless, for the Ukrainian man, that's not a bad time for him. Next up is going to be Brownie in the Andretti. So Max now on his in-lap, and there is Izzy Hammond here in the Evo Lounge. Good to see her up and okay following that one as well. It's rather hot and humid here, as you can see in Jeddah. But yeah, of course, quick trip to the medical centre there. Thankfully, nothing further than that. And here is Felipe Drugovich inside the Andretti garage. Usual driver of the number 28 car in Formula E.
Someone said he's got a bad mile per gallon.
Well done. You improved your lap time. It's a good lap, mate. Good lap.
What's the time?
It's 2 minutes, 1 second, and 4 tenths.
Ugh, I didn't get the jump in 2 minutes.
Well, better luck next time there, Max. We'll see Brownie out in a few moments' time and see whether they've backed the right horse. Let's go down to Nikki and catch up then with Izzy Hammond. She's just made her way, of course, as we saw, into the Evo Lounge and find out how she is after that frightening impact down at turn 13.
Thank you, Tom. Well, I am very excited to say she's here. I'm going to give you a hug. We can all breathe a sigh of relief. We were all very worried. It was a bit like a sort of heart-in-mouth moment. But you're smiling. You're OK. You're in one piece. You've been checked over?
Yeah, the car's not in one piece, though. Yeah.
We don't worry about the car. All we worry about is you.
Yeah. No, I'm good. That was my first thought when I was sat in that wall was, oh, my God, everyone's watching. My dad's watching. He's going to cry or something. Can someone just tell him that I'm OK?
Was there a moment, because obviously it must have been a huge, well, did it feel like a huge impact moment? It looked like a huge impact moment.
It wasn't a small crash. If you're going to crash, you've got to really crash. Yeah, I saw the wall coming and I knew I was going to enter it at speed. But luckily, like the one thing I was really worried about going around this track was crashing with my arms like that, because it's so tight in there for me because I'm so small. A lot of the time my wrist is completely like that, so my big worry was going in like that, snapping a wrist. So my hands were like that and it was fine. Hit the arm.
I love it. Fighting talk. You're a proper racing driver now. Absolutely fine. You'll be bouncing back in the car in no time, unless your dad says you're not allowed to. No, we will enjoy the final together, I think, but it's great to see you're okay. And, you know, also congrats. It was an epic lap. You've also done, you know, a great job throughout the day as well. Obviously, just an annoying way to end the day.
Yeah, it happens, but it's okay. Rich did it, so now I've done it. Now we're even. It's fine.
She'll be back. Lovely stuff. Thank you so much, Izzy. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you to Izzy, thank you to Nicky down there in the Evo Lounge. Then we're looking here at Brownie making his way around, just building himself up for his flying lap in this session then. 11.3 million followers for the 26-year-old. He qualified 9th earlier on for the Quick Stars team. We still haven't had any confirmation our end about which driver they've decided to back for their double points play in this wooden spoon race, but you would imagine it would be Brownie given the golfing pace that we've seen between those two drivers so far. And we'll see how Brownie is going to get on. Just to give you an idea of a reference from qualifying this afternoon, a 1:48.728 for the Dutchman, as we see inside the Andretti garage. And look at Brownie winding himself up behind the wheel of that number 27, the car that Jake Dennis, the Season 9 world champion, traditionally drives. Through the final chicane we go. We'll aim it for the timing line then here for Brownie and see what the lap time is going to be. Across the line we go, accelerating all the way up to 130 or so miles an hour before we hit the brakes in towards turn 1. Fairly early lift off, and you can see him there modulating that brake pedal.
It's looking good.
A for.
Okay. Well, here we go.
So Brownie full of confidence. What's the chat saying about this one here, Jack? Anything exciting?
So we've got a lot of love. People are saying, what are we saying here? What have we got? What time is the final, someone's asked.
Not long, it's after this wooden spoon race.
And someone's also asked, do the winners win anything?
Well, they win the good feeling inside their heart for a start.
And also, that's the most important, isn't it?
Well, exactly.
There's a trophy.
There is a trophy. There is a trophy, and they also, of course,
pride. Look how happy Max is.
Yeah.
He's so excited to have done that. He did a great job.
He did do a good
progress,
job.
And he found 4 seconds. That's really good progress.
4 seconds on one lap as well, after he was out for 15 minutes earlier on. Brownie making his way through the bus stop chicane then. You can see he's picked up 5.5 seconds just in the first sector alone compared to Max Klemenko. Down in towards the turn 13 hairpin we go. Brownie up further still. So, again, you would imagine if they've gone for their double points play with Brownie in that Andretti, that that is a very smart move indeed. Just a couple of chicanes now remaining.
Yeah, here he is into the final bit. So, as you said, Tom, he's a good 7 or 8 seconds up. So he should be the winner here of the wooden spoon race. And coming up now to the final chicanes, just got to keep a nice clean run through here. And he will be the first trophy winner, won't he, as the winner of the wooden spoon for this evening?
Certainly will be, yeah. So Brownie is going to win the wooden spoon award here in Jeddah. We understand that they actually took their double points play earlier on for Amelia Hartford, who lost the quarterfinals to Chip. So Brownie comes over the line. He wins the wooden spoon award. and goes across the line with a 1 minute 50.93 award. Oh, I beg your pardon, we've just had confirmation the wooden spoon goes to the loser of that one, rather than the winner of that. So
I don't understand.
So it's the slowest driver who wins the wooden spoon award.
So what's the point in... So, sorry, so the person who's the slowest wins more points?
No, they win the award for the wooden spoon, but the person who's quickest wins the points. Okay, if you see what I mean. Yeah, so either way, Quick Stars now have 5 points. They didn't use their double points play because they actually used that earlier on. So Max Klemenko will not only go home as having driven a Formula E car, he'll also go home having taken a wooden spoon in his suitcase.
I'm taking that wooden spoon, eating borscht with it tonight. Tonight. Let's go, baby.
Right, our colleague Matt Wilkinson has just come and clarified this. He's waving his arms around a lot. I don't think I fully understood, but I think he means the
loser wins the wooden spoon. So Max Klemenko gets the wooden spoon. Brownie gets the points. Brownie gets the points.
Well done, Matt. Good arm waving. Thank you for your help.
And is there a real... he gets a real wooden spoon? Is that
right?
Yeah,
we saw it.
You got a wooden spoon?
Yeah, you could cook pasta with that, stop the pot boiling over and everything.
Well, that's a win for him. He's going home with a new wooden spoon.
Oh yeah, happy days. You haven't got get yourself down to TK Maxx or Dunelm or anything.
Do you cook? I like it. I'm partial to a bit of cooking.
What's your dish?
You ever tried fajitas?
Yeah.
I cook a mean fajita.
I like a fajita. I wonder if Max Klemenko likes a fajita. Well, he's now got a spoon and a utensil to be able to do it. He's down talking to Bella in the pit lane.
You are the winner of the wooden spoon, which...
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Coming back home, eating borscht with it tonight, I told my guys.
Yeah, you can use it. At least it's useful.
It's a functional trophy, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, they're all getting trophies. What are they going to do with them?
I'm a rational guy.
Yeah, exactly. You can use that.
Yeah.
You seem just ecstatic to even be here and also sad that it's over.
I'm still sad that it's over. Well, it's over for me. We still got the final.
Yeah.
But I'm so thankful to my Citroën racing team, the drivers, the engineers, everybody. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, well done. You've been so good, honestly. It's just like sick for you to even be here in the first place. Yeah. From a ladder to a car.
From a ladder to a car to back to the ladder.
Yeah, exactly. Just maybe stick to the ladder.
It seems like I'm going to go back to the ladder very soon, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Toto Wolff is watching? He's proud.
Say again?
Do you think Toto Wolff is watching and he's proud?
I'm sure he's proud. I'm sure he's proud.
He's proud either way.
Definitely. I mean, he's been craving it. He's been craving another career ladder. He keeps posting him on being on different ladders at Mercedes, and I'm like, it's okay. You can text me. That's no problem.
Yeah, he'll remember that forever.
Yep.
Well done. I'm just happy.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Well done. You didn't
Let's go.
it.
Let's go. It's something. It's not nothing.
Well, not only does he get the good feeling inside his heart that he's been able to drive a Formula E car, he also takes home the wooden spoon for being the slowest driver here tonight. This man here, though, Stan Brownie, will take 5 points.
Great job, mate. Great job. Let's cool down. Great job. We won it, mates. Well done.
Okay. Amazing.
Well, really well
I'm sorry,
done,
Max. Sorry, Max. But I will stick to working out. You can stick to the ladder. But I don't have the spoon.
Let's just make sure we cool down the tires, mate. Let's take it easy now back to the garage. Box.
Oh, yeah.
Really well done. We made us all proud.
Sorry, too excited. Thank you guys so much for this opportunity.
Well, no wooden spoon, but brownie points indeed for the Andretti driver. And the Quick Stars getting their first 5 on the board. The upshot is that, well, Senor Frogs, they cannot be deposed now, but we've got to find out in the final who is going to be crowned as the champion between Bazinga and Chip. It all comes down to this. Senor Frogs, of course, will now win the team's title as a result of this one. We'll see how it's going to work out in a few minutes' time.
So it looks like Toby Jizzle is in the chat. Shout out Toby Jizzle. Do you guys know Toby Jizzle?
I'm not. No, who is he?
Oh, you'd love him. He's brilliant.
Is he a close relation of Lethal Bizzle?
I think he might be. I think he's his brother, actually, yeah.
I don't know who that person is either. Tell me about Toby.
He's Lethal Bizzle's brother, basically. That's what he's known for.
So let's say I don't know either of them. Tell me about him.
So
Give me the elevator summary of who he is and why is he amazing.
Everything about him, man. He's just everything. His looks, his personality. He's just amazing. You'll love him. I hope you get to meet him one day.
I hope too.
So shout out Toby Jizzle.
Right. Yes, indeed. Anyway, right, over to the finals then. Bazinga versus Chip. So, it's a Senor Frogs walkover here in the Evo sessions, and now it's the finals between two of the quickest drivers that we have seen so far this weekend.
Is Bazinga a fan of Big Bang Theory? Is that where the names come from?
He's just known as Bez.
That's a really good question.
Oh.
If anyone knows the answer to that,
I'll ask him afterwards.
To get that, yeah. Straight from the source then, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's one of the founding members of the Sidemen, who need no introduction really on a stream such as this. Makes a lot of content around the gaming sphere, football-related videos, fitness and lifestyle content, etc. So he's a busy old man, and he's found time here to jump in the DS Penske.
So here we go. This is the final, Tom. This is the one that really matters. And Bazinga's obviously had one run less practice, right? Because he effectively got a bye in the semi-final, so he didn't do the semi-final. So it's been a little while since he actually was in the car for his quarterfinal lap. He did a 1:33.7 there. Let's see what he can do on this one.
Absolutely. Across the timeline we go then for Bazinga in the DS Penske for Senor Frogs. Down towards turn one from 130 miles an hour. Breaks it into the first corner. Slightly deep on the apex there, but gathers it up okay.
That was good.
In turn two. Lives to fight another day. What about the run through into turn four? We've seen drivers making or breaking it through there. Lifts off a little bit. Gets the car into the apex quite late. Nice line through there.
Yeah, gets full power on the run down to turn 5. Gets into the apex. That was good. That was a good line. Ooh, even a little bit of oversteer. But a 24.3 first sector. That's pretty good, isn't it, for what we've seen this evening?
One of the quickest we've seen so far in that first sector for Bazinga, so he's certainly leaving nothing on the table. Down into the first part of the bus stop chicane, flicks it left, flicks it right, wall there on the outside. This is where we've seen drivers having to be quite committed, but also careful through there. It's all about the exit and the run down in towards turn 13 for Bazinga here in the DS Penske.
Yeah, getting the braking right for this corner is super important. We've seen people locking up earlier. He has no issues here. Let's get the nose in. Now start to feed the power up and drive to the chicane. Four-wheel drive in these Gen 3.5 Evo cars. And then rotates. Good rotation.
He's good on the apex, isn't he? I'm sensing his racing lines are good in it.
You're learning now.
Yeah,
you're on it.
Can we get a quick Yo family, by the way? Just a quick Yo family. That's it. There we go. Thank you for that.
Happy days. No worries. Bazinga.
Anyway,
over the top. Let's see what he does. Score on the door then here for Bazinga as he comes to take the checker flag. A 1:28.633 for the DS Penske driver for Senor Frogs. That is absolutely phenomenal for Bazinga. That is about 4.5 to nearly 5 seconds quicker than we saw from the Senor Frogs driver in the quarterfinals after he missed a run here tonight as well. That has certainly put the pressure on Chip's shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, that is a full 1 second faster than Chip.
Good job, mate. Good job.
Let's go!
That's a really, really good lap, mate.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That time is only 0.6 of a second slower than he set in qualifying this afternoon when he had 15 minutes of running as well.
I mean, imagine if he had the semi-finals, he would have been even faster. So, yeah, Chip's now got to find another second of lap time. I hope he was listening to Antonio Felix da Costa's coaching that we saw him getting after the semi-finals. So, yeah, this is it, Tom. Big lap ahead for Chip.
Yeah, certainly is. Well, we'll watch Bazinga making his way back into the pit lane then.
What's the comments, Jack? Come on.
We got a lot of Yo families. Apparently, Randolph is in the chat. Not a lot about the racing, but come on, Bez. Here we go. Goat. Bez. Let's go. The big Bezzer. And now we're getting a lot of let's go Chippos.
Right, so is it? Would you say it's an equal split on the chat between Bez and Chip here?
It is very, very equal. I'd say this is pretty 50-50. People are saying irons. I think that's a West Ham reference.
As I say, they're West Ham fans.
That's it, yeah.
Right, okay.
But which one of the drivers is a West Ham fan?
That will be Bez.
Right, okay. So up the irons then for Bez. What about Chip? I'm not quite sure of his allegiances when it comes to football teams. I'm sure we'll find out, and I'm sure the YouTube chat can help us. Right, just to give you an idea of context then, in the second of the finals, as Bazinga makes his way back into the pit lane and Chip is now out for his warm-up lap, 1:28.633 is the time that Chip needs to beat. His quickest time so far, and he's had one more run as he was in the semi-finals, was a 1:29.662. So he's got about a second or so to find over the course of this lap as the burnt Chip. And let's see whether he can do it. This is going to be mightily close.
It is. It is going to be, yeah, going to be really interesting. Here he is, just winding himself up through the chicane. He's got about half a lap to go before he goes for his big push time lap. Tom, are you ready for this?
I am ready for this. I'm keen to see what Chip is going to be able to do. I mean, you can see the steady improvements. Quarterfinals 1:31.7, semi-finals 1:29.6. If he can find another second or so, I mean, that's bob on the time he needs to beat, and he's going to know that. He'll see that on his, what they call the delta on the dashboard. He'll see how much he's under or over that time over the course of that lap.
Do you guys have any predictions? What do you think?
It's hard to call. I mean, my money was on Bazinga, given the performance we saw from him in the quarterfinals. However, Chip's rate of progression has been so impressive.
Yeah.
Pick one. Chip. I'm going for Chip.
Okay.
Chip is very good under pressure.
Well,
that's one thing about Chip. He's good under pressure.
I'll keep it interesting and say Bazinga. Come on.
Fine.
Across the timeline we go for Chip then for the Senor Frogs down in towards turn 1. 24.3 is the first sector time that we need to see for Chip. Takes a bit of curb there through the exit of turn 2. Down in towards turn 4, and the first sector time will give us our first look at it. Through the left-hander we go.
That was a good line. That was a good line.
Look at it using all the width
on the way out of the on the corner.
First sector, just 0.3 of a second in it.
Wow, that is good. Oh, bit of snap of oversteer there on the exit of turn 5, but good run through 7. Really good momentum. Now, the braking for this one is tricky, the chicane, but he does a good job there.
Great job.
Yeah, lovely line through into that corner as well. This second part of it, you've got to carry some commitment over the curve. Gets it rotated nicely. You can see DaCosta and Evans, the regular Jaguar drivers, watching on at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. There also is Bazinga as well. Is he going to be crowned as the champion, or will it be Chip as the champion here tonight? Through into turn 13 we go. Sector 2, Chip has found 0.7 of a second. Wow. He's pulled out
this is
a
be
massive
close,
advantage.
Wow, he's a second up now into the final 2 chicane. But you can win and lose so much time in these last 2 corners.
Through in towards the final couple of corners we go then. So it's Chip versus Bazinga.
Whoa.
It's the 2 Senor Frogs drivers gunning for glory here in Jeddah as we come through the left. Then the right-hander will aim it for the timing line. Is it going to be Chip as the champion, or will it be Bazinga? We come to the line to take the checkered flag. And who wins Evo Sessions 2026? It's Chip, who does it by 0.4 of a second. Bert Chip becomes the 2026 Formula E Evo Sessions champion. Absolutely phenomenal time there for him. He was up in the first sector. He was up in the second sector. He was up in the third sector. 0.4 of a second is the ultimate gap. And Bazinga's challenge is to pose right at the very end. We're open for a bit of team radio there from Chip, but what a phenomenal lap time there. Pressure was on his shoulders, but we spoke about the rate of progression there, Karun, and ultimately 0.4 of a second is what decided it.
Yeah, super close. I mean, 0.4 of a second is incredible. And it kind of ebbed and flowed, didn't it? In the early part of the lap, it was Chip who was slightly behind. And then as the lap unfolded, he was really good in the chicanes. That's where he found a big chunk of time. And yeah, wins by 0.4 to become the Evo champion for today.
Yeah, just to correct myself earlier on, I said he was up in the first sector. He wasn't, as you say, he was slightly behind by a few tenths of a second, but it was sector 2. He pulled out a second over Bazinga in that one alone. And then sector 3, actually Bazinga was slightly quicker, but because of that second part of the lap, the middle sector, that's where he was able to build that advantage and still carry it into the final part of it.
Yeah, and Senor Frogs now secures their win as well in the teams, because they win 18-5. So
it's like a rugby score, that, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't watch rugby.
Do you not? You're not a rugby fan?
No, I don't know anything about rugby.
Fair enough. I don't either, to be honest with you. I just know that that's a normal rugby score, normally when England are losing. Someone who isn't losing, though, is Burnt Chip. Senor Frogs become the team's champions here in Jeddah for the Evo Sessions of 2026. And, well, fair play to the Quick Stars. They put up an effort as best as they could, but ultimately the favour did not fall in their fortune. And Senor Frogs and Cal Frazee, the team principal there, making his way towards the Jaguar garage, will be congratulating Burnt Chip, who becomes the Evo Sessions champion of the 2026 season. And that was a phenomenal lap time, 0.4 of a second in it. Will Any down there, as well as Bazinga.
Frogs just run right. The Frogs are just turned up, bro.
Obviously, yeah.
Mate, we just run.
Yep, the Flying Frogs then here in Jeddah. They win the team's title. Antonio Felix da Costa on the jack at the end there. Mitch Evans also down.
He's not authorised to use that. What's he doing?
I don't know if the risk assessment's been covered, but I don't think he really gives much of a toss at the moment. That was phenomenal there from Chip, and for the Jaguar team, thankfully their car didn't end up in the barrier.
Does he have a signature celebration, Chip? Does he do a,
I don't know.
Does he do a backflip or anything?
He might pull something out, you know.
Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Dice Race Money for Nothing plays on the Circuit PA here in Jeddah. This has been a really great addition for the Evo sessions. Last year, of course, we had the Evo sessions, but it wasn't a competition format like this, and well, it's been full of thrills and spills and drama right down to the checkered flag. And the upshot is the Burnt Chip wins the Evo sessions of 2026 as he stands atop his Jaguar to be congratulated by the team. Cal Frazee and the reigning Senior Frogs also down there, Arthur TV. And Bazenga as well, the man who he just beat a couple of moments ago. That's great, it really is great. And what an opportunity for these content creators here, Karun, to get the chance to jump in one of the world's fastest single-seater Formula racing cars, and to go and do something like that is incredible.
I mean, that Jaguar that he was driving literally won the race yesterday.
Yeah.
It was the very car that won round 5 of the Formula E World Championships.
Wow.
It's an amazing opportunity for him to have a go.
A lot of people are saying, we want more Evo sessions like this. Do you think it will happen?
I don't see a reason why not, given that this has gone down very well indeed. A bit more of that and a bit more competition would be a very welcome sight.
Get training, Jack. You could be in next year.
Oh, I don't know. Looking at my... Although you said the simulators are harder, right?
Well, yeah.
You never know. I might...
Hey, you can jump yourself in a real car. We'll get you trained up.
And I feel like I've learned a lot today. I really appreciate being next to you guys. You've taught me a lot.
You know what an apex is now?
I know what an apex is. It's when you go around the corner close to it.
Yeah, you know who Toby Jizzle is. I mean, you know, the possibilities are endless.
You know what Leng is?
I do know what Leng means, yeah.
Exactly.
It's been wonderful.
Leng.
We'll come to that later.
Explain
that was a DC thing, don't worry about it. Anyway, let's go down and catch up then with the 2026 Formula E Evo Sessions champion, Burnt Chip. He is down talking to our team on the ground.
Right, remember, can we keep the wheels on?
Josh, we're live.
Oh, hello, hi.
Hello. I have heard you're good at karting.
Yeah.
But bloody hell. I mean, I thought it was going to go to Ethan, and then you just took it from him.
Yeah, I know. When Ethan put in that last lap and I was sat there waiting at the lights, Josip came on the radio and he said, oh, it's a 128.4. I was like, that's a great lap. I don't know if I'll beat that, but we just had to send it. And thank you to Mitch as well.
How? Like,
I kind of don't know. I think it was very close, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I haven't even looked at your laptop.
I think there's only a couple attempts in it.
Oh my God.
Honestly, you probably can't tell the laps apart too much.
This is literally our first interview, and you've won.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even get to do pre or post, like, duels, and you've just won.
I know. This
is mental. You're having your...
I did work very hard for it, so...
Yeah.
As, you know, I am not too surprised.
I know how much you love racing, so I know how much this means to you. It's nice to see.
It does mean a lot. But honestly, I put so many hours in just watching laps of Mitch going around till like 3 a.m. on my phone, trying to figure out all the braking points. So I think it just paid off in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of people that just turned up and still did really well.
Honestly.
But I sweated it out a little bit.
I'm so proud of you. Well done. You really deserve it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's kind of you.
And have some non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, I'm going to have a sparkling water or whatever I can get. But I've got a flight at 7 a.m. straight back. First thing I'll do is grab
get back to work.
a cider. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Well done.
Yeah, well done to the Burnt Chip then, the 2026 Formula E Evo Sessions champion. Great job from the Senior Frogs, Team Radio. Well, we're hoping for a bit of Team Radio. That's, you can see what it meant there for Cal Frazee, the team principal. Amazing job from that team. They dominated things tonight. Let's be transparent about it. Really good pace from all of their drivers.
Oh, good to see genuine excitement from the Formula E regulars as well, isn't it? You know, it's been a fun evening. Everyone's gotten quite into it. And we see Mitch Evans and Antonio Felix Acosta. They're celebrating the Jaguar pick outage as well.
Yeah. So we got a lot of Sabina Dorr in chat. Little Easter egg there for you. Do you know Sabina Dorr?
Enlighten me.
Just, yeah, it's hard to explain. If you just say it once, it'll make sense. Just Sabina Dorr.
Sabina Dorr.
That's it. Do you want to try it?
Sabina Dorr.
That's it, yeah.
What have I just said?
I have no idea.
It's fine.
What language am I
feel like we've
speaking?
libelled ourselves here, Kareem.
No, it's a good
Am I
thing.
speaking English?
It's English, yeah. It's basically you're saying respect to Chip and all that. Sabina Dorr is the whole.
This is really educational.
Splendid. Oh, I'm glad we've enjoyed that one.
People are asking, is there going to be a podium?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
No, podium celebrations along the way here before too long in Jeddah for the Evo sessions, and believe we can now go down to Nikki and the team on the ground to soak up some of the atmosphere after the conclusion of that enthralling final.
It was an absolutely epic final. We're standing poised and ready for the wild podium celebrations. First, we should probably get your thoughts, Vic. How do you reflect on... Well, it's been a day, highs and lows, right?
A roller coaster of a day.
You can sit down now and chill out.
Yeah, I think, you know, I tried to join the Senior Frogs, didn't make it. Maybe I was going the right way, but you know what? Everyone on the team put in a real effort. Everyone went for it, no one held back, and we had, some amazing races.
What an epic experience. Amelia, I mean, how do you reflect on, I mean, I'm sure you were watching that final. Who was your money on? How do you think they did? I mean, so close, just 4/10 in it. You know what it's like, just missing out the quarters.
I literally lost to Chip by 0.4 of a second. Ouch. And it was, I mean, he deserved it. He really put up a great fight. I was so happy to see you come up with a Quick Stars shirt still on, and then I found out you tried to sell your soul for a Senior Frogs jacket.
That was something. There's this guy that looks just like me.
Okay, cool. So it wasn't you.
No.
Okay, good. Then I'm glad to hear that you're still our team principal,
yes,
and that all is good. But no, amazing drivers too. Seriously, everyone involved, like amazing driving. It's wicked to be behind the Formula E cars. They're just so quick, and it's a blessing.
We've had a lot of requests already from everyone watching Evo Sessions 3.
Let's go. I'm in. I'll be here.
Vic racing, Vic race.
Are you team principal again?
I'm ready to come back. Yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone loves a comeback story, right?
Team principal of which team, though?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, which team? Which team will you come back as?
I would never. That's twice I've been kicked out from that team.
Kai, I bet you want to in the team.
Yeah, surely. You have to be racing.
Well,
you know what? I saw some incredible skills displayed today, and I know when it's past my limit.
Okay.
And I enjoyed my role, and you know what? It made me respect so much the people in this sport and the people behind the scenes, because I'm behind the scenes in this setting, but to do this multiple days in a row, week in, week out, when you've been working towards it all year.
Yeah.
Big props to everyone kind of behind the scenes and everyone who's made this possible. Look how many people are involved in allowing this to happen. Formula E for allowing this to happen. And well done to everyone who got out on the track. They're the real heroes.
You're totally right. You know, really well said, because there are so many people behind the scenes. You know, all the Formula E drivers, the teams, the personnel, you guys, the creators,
the marshals, everyone. Yeah.
And to get the risk assessment signed off. That's
I don't know how you done that, by the way.
No.
I have no idea.
Well,
so we got to say a big thanks.
I will say we might not be the quick stars, but we're the cool stars.
Oh, I love that. There we go. We can run with that. I'm okay with that.
Vic, are you going to be DJ in the after party, if there is one?
You know what? Yeah.
I thought that was happening.
There we go. Yeah.
They brought your desk.
It's the least I could do. I'll contribute something to the day.
Is it your hotel room?
Yes, anyway, I think it's in there, in the Evo Lounge. In the Evo Lounge, we'll get it going. We can all celebrate because what an amazing event.
With our sparkling water.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we'll have another one when we're back in the UK. And again, we've got to thank you guys for watching as well. We've had so many people from all over the world, like Spain, Netherlands. We still want to hear where you're from, Mexico as well. Even Antarctica, apparently. Say hi to the
They got Wi-Fi over there?
What's that?
They got Wi-Fi in Antarctica?
Well, you know,
Probably
I'm not quite sure if it's...
true.
Anyway. But no, but so many people have been watching, and I think we are now ready for some epic podium celebrations. So let's go to Tom Brooks, our commentator.
Thank you very much indeed, Nikki. You can see the drivers and the teams down here in the paddock in Jeddah as we wait for the podium celebrations to get underway in front of what has been a brilliant event, an amazing crowd, and a fantastic second edition of the Formula E Evo sessions. It is time then to get our podium celebrations underway here in Jeddah. Well, you see the drivers and the fans here in Jeddah. Looking forward to these podium celebrations now beginning. Senor Frogs, the winning team as part of Evo Sessions 2026. There's Max Klemenko, the winner of the Wooden Spoon Award. He'll be presented with that. Carby Lame in the middle of your picture there. Arthur TV in the Envision Racing overalls. Amelia Hartford also down there as well as Izzy Hammond. Great to see her okay after that incident earlier on. And great to see the teams and the drivers have all enjoyed that one as well. It's been a fantastic event, really exciting atmosphere here tonight, and what an opportunity for these content creators to be able to jump out and jump into these Formula E cars here, Karun.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's a great opportunity for them. Great to see that Izzy as well. Obviously, I'm sure she feels quite bad about the damage to the car. We heard her speaking earlier. But, you know, race cars can be repaired. Human beings can't be repaired as easily. So I'm very, very glad to see her looking well there.
There's Ellie Norman, Chief Marketing Officer for Formula E, presenting the Wooden Spoon Award, first of all, to Max Klemenko. The Ukrainian driver jumped into a single-seater car. His first ever time on a racetrack. So to be presented with the Wooden Spoon Award, an accolade for him to take home, as well as a medal. And also the good feeling inside of his heart to say that he is one of a very select few drivers to have driven a Gen 3 Evo Formula E car.
He's loving it. And Jack's going to give him the fajita recipe as well as a bonus to use with that spoon. Great stuff.
Izzy Hammond also there presented with a medal after pranging the car into the wall, but as we said, good thing is she's okay.
Yeah. It's like Kids Sports Day.
Everyone gets a prize.
Everyone gets a prize, a participation prize.
So everyone gets a medal?
Yeah. There are no losers at St Barnabas is here, Jack.
Cabby thought he was going to steal a trophy there.
What a shame. Gets a medal for his efforts there. Amelia Harford also. And it didn't work out for the Quick Stars team, did it? Because they backed the wrong horse in the quarterfinals for that double points take.
Yeah, but she came so close. She was only, I think, 4/10 off.
It wasn't far.
Getting through. It was so close for her.
Brownie makes his way onto the stage then for the Andretti team, and as part of the Senor Frogs outfit, he was the quicker of the two in that Wooden Spoon race.
His bulging muscles are so big, he's popped out of his race suit.
I'm not surprised. He was doing press-ups for fun in the 30-degree heat yesterday afternoon.
Just like you, Tom.
Oh, wow, even Big Star gets a medal.
Hey, told you. Everyone gets a prize.
Everyone get a medal?
He showed up.
I think if you could pop down there, Jack, you probably would.
I'd like a medal.
Run.
Team Senor Frogs, the winners of the Evo sessions here in Jeddah, make their way off the stage then. Big Star, of course, the Quick Stars. Now time for your top three fastest drivers to be making their way onto the stage. Will N.E. What a job from the man from Newcastle.
Next, in second place from Senor Frogs is Bazinga.
Bazinga did a super job, didn't he? Like, that final was really, really exciting, and as we said, just 4/10 at the end. Great job by him, but in the end, it was Chip who did the best lap.
Yeah, Bert Chip makes his way onto the top step of the podium as the winning driver here in Formula E. Now time for the national anthem of our winning country of the United Kingdom. God Save the King plays out for Burnt Chip, the winner of Formula E Evo Sessions 2026 here in Jeddah. 0.4 of a second, the gap between himself and the eventual second place finisher, Bazinga. Willany with a podium in that Mahindra. Michaela Schnuck, newly appointed Chief Media Officer for Formula E, presenting the third place trophy. Max Günther, DS Penske driver, presenting the second place trophy to the man who drove his car. Great job from Bazinga, P2 for him here in Jeddah. And now the winner, the trophy presented by Antonio Felix da Costa of Jaguar TCS Racing. And of course, it is awarded to Burnt Chip, and done in a flourish and style as well.
Yesterday's race winner, of course, Antonio Felix da Costa.
I wondered where that horn was coming from, now we know. Now time for the Senior Frogs team to make their way onto the stage. Another winning team, of course, the Senior Frogs here in Jeddah. Cal Freese, the team principal. Jeff Dodds, the Formula E CEO, with the winner's trophy. Presents it to the man who's been behind the scenes and running that outfit here this weekend. To the 5 drivers out on track. Very, very well deserved indeed. Now time to run and take cover as the trophies are lifted. And the Rosewater is about to fly. Well, Fred again, victory lap plays on the tannoy here. And beautiful. This has been a great event. You enjoyed yourself here, Jack?
I've had the best time ever. I still don't know how I got hired for this, but
we're grateful you were, because you've explained so much to us. It really has been an education.
A lot. I feel like we've all got a lot of education today.
I've got to go write some debrief notes after this. I've learned all these words.
Exactly. Write it down.
Team Senior Frogs are the winners of the Evo Sessions 2026 here in Formula E. And the winner, of course, as a driver, is Burnt Chip as well.
Right. Well, I guess from us, Sabina Dor.
Sabina Dor, indeed.
6-7 Sabina Dor. Should we end on that?
Certainly will. Let's go down to Nikki and the crew on the ground here in Jeddah.
Oh, it is so special, isn't it? The atmosphere is just buzzing. I think everyone is just actually really happy for each other. There's a sense of occasion. Everyone's gotten through. They're in one piece. I want to grab Chip, but maybe they're going to do another photo together. It just really marks the occasion, all on the podium together. It smells good, doesn't it?
It does. This would never happen in Formula E. This much harmony and happiness and togetherness is crazy, but you love to see it. You can't go wrong.
And if you do want it to happen again, you've got to tell us, you've got to watch it, you've got to share it, you've got to tell us how much you've loved it to make sure we get to do it all over again, because it would be epic,
and we should do it all over again.
We certainly should.
Maybe we should get presenters in the car.
I like that saying. Yes, what could possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
I mean, there may have been 1 or 2 occasions where I have tested the Formula E car before. I ended up in the gravel on one occasion and I span it on another, but, you know.
Yeah, maybe we should have put presenters in the car.
Limits. It's all about pushing the limits. Right, let me see if we can go and grab Chip before you disappear. Where has he gone? He's here, he's here, he's here. Sorry, I'm running after you before we come off air. Final, you got to close the show for us. I mean,
Thank you so much.
how does it feel? Standing on the top step of the podium.
I know, it's really hard to describe. We worked really hard for that. I spent a lot of time in the sim and a lot of time just watching Mitch's lap times until about 3 a.m., so it feels like it's paid off.
And also, it's been a long journey as well. It's not just been what's been going on here in Jeddah. You guys have been part of kind of bringing everything together, pulling the team together. There's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes to make it happen.
Yeah, 100%. There's been months in the making. There's so many moving parts, so many things going wrong in the build-up, and then it's finally all come together. And I don't think it could have gone any better, really.
Not for you.
Yeah, honestly, it's been the best time ever. I've loved it.
I watched your story leading up to this, and I know that you love racing. It was actually a little bit emotional, I can't lie.
Yeah.
And also, I'm thinking, like, is this a dream come true?
It definitely is. It definitely is. Even just stepping in the car, when I first accelerated out of like the final turn, I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to get to experience this ever again. So it's probably one of the greatest days of my life. Now I've won as well, and my team's won with me. So I don't know. I'll struggle to match this, but I'll tell my fiancée my wedding day will be better.
Anything you want to say to the family?
Yeah, thanks for watching. Apparently my mum was cutting vegetables in the living room so she could tune in. So that's class from her.
It is really, really mega, particularly I think the fact that you did it in the race-winning car, Antonio Felix da Costa's race-winning car. It just kind of tops it off. What a beautiful story.
Yeah, I mean,
beautiful ending.
It's been a big... This was a big weekend for Jaguar, you know. Mitch got podium from starting 11th on Friday, and Antonio won it yesterday, and now Jaguar have also won the Evo session, so it's been a big weekend.
Well, it just, you're going to be here with us to say a very massive goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. If you have loved it, if this has whet your appetite for a bit more Formula E action, then why didn't you watch the professionals do it in 5 weeks' time? Not that you weren't professional, of course. We will be in Madrid, brand new circuit, loads and loads of challenges for the Formula E drivers. Join us, Madrid, 21st of March. And do you want to say the final line, final closer?
Oh, I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next year.
Bring it on. See you next year.
Evo sessions for the second time in history, a new circuit for the drivers in Jeddah. Lots of things to look forward to. Of course, prizes to be won in terms of the Teams Championship, but also the Independent Drivers Championship here as well.
What the hell, bro?
2 minutes? I was going so fast.
Oh, Bez is flying.
Oh, that's a big off for Izzy Habanucci. Crashes out in spectacular style.
I'm fine.
Semi-final 2 about to get underway. Oh, he's having a problem though with drive. He's just crawling to the checkered flag.
Let's go. It's something. It's not nothing.
It all comes down to this. A 1:28.633.
Let's go.
It's Chip who does it by 4/10 of a second. But Chip becomes the 2026 Formula E Evo Sessions champion.